Hello, welcome
Hello.
to Stoop Talk with Eddie Hustleby, and
Adrian Aguilar.
he's the man that is sitting next to me, and we are both sitting at SAP Digital Temecula, California,
And we are both erect.
and we are both full throttle,
Full
erect,
throttle, bony erect.
100%
Thank you for
on edge,
Thank you for listening.
jacked up this entire episode,
Oh,
just so
yes.
you know.
I'm going to be touching him.
I'm going to be touching him as well.
We are attaching.
We're attached
To
by umbilical
we
cord.
tied a knot at the heads of our penis.
Yeah,
so
we
they're
tied
attached.
with the loose end of our flaccid
This
penis.
is gold.
Okay, so this is also our first episode.
Yes.
This is a pilot episode.
Yeah, it's a test. This is not going to be good. Thank you.
Well,
Who knows?
Maybe it'll be good.
Let's knock on some
Okay,
wood.
so we kind of introduced ourselves, but
Yes.
to go a little bit more into depth, my name is Eddie Hustleby. I am a man, and I have limbs, and
Good limbs.
I also have arms and a
Along
chest.
with his limbs.
I have
He's
multiple
limbs and arms.
I have limbs and arms. I differentiate the two. And I am also very happy to be here.
And I think you forgot. You're a very spicy, spicy boy.
Oh, thank you, Adrian.
Okay.
Adrian here is next to me, and if I could describe him, I could say that he has a little egg for a head and a long, gangly little body. Little noodle boy.
They call me Little Egg Noodle Boy. That's where the Chinese food got its name from.
Egg drop soup.
Egg drop soup from my body and head. Thanks for this is Adrian. I am here as well. We're drinking a little beer on the stoop. This is Stoop Talk.
Oh yeah, we didn't even say the name of this podcast.
We did.
Okay, we said it at the beginning.
We did,
Okay.
but people need to know that this is Stoop Talk.
That is the name of this podcast, and it is named thus because every single week we do something which we are actually not going to do on our inaugural episode. And actually, we're doing it. We're drinking a different kind of beverage from my Stanley thermos every single week. And
Sometimes
today,
soup, sometimes soy sauce.
Sometimes soup, sometimes vinegar,
Sometimes cayenne pepper.
sometimes liquefied nitrogen. We'll
But
see.
it will be in a thermos.
And we're not really doing that today, but since it's our inaugural episode, we are drinking some craft beer.
Merry
That was
Christmas.
very loud.
So sorry.
That was very, very loud, but
We're gonna
was
cut
us
that out.
cheersing our craft beer that we are drinking. I don't know if we want to name them because I don't know if they want
I
to be
don't-
involved
I don't
in this.
think they want to be involved. But we might get sued. But
Yeah.
just know that it's in our bellies,
It's very tasty as
and
well.
it's gonna give me farts.
It's going to give me indigestion, probably, maybe. We'll see. But anyways,
Let's-
this is a podcast
Yes.
where we answer questions, where we give advice, where we play games, and where we share the things that are important to us sometimes, maybe.
Sometimes.
And to start this off, we are going to launch headfirst into a very, very complex game called Dirty Egg Boy.
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 Well, first, how are you, Eddie?
Oh yeah, we should talk about.
We
our
should talk
feelings.
about ourselves.
We should talk about our feelings.
Before we
how
get
we're
into
doing.
Egg Boy.
Yeah, I have the outline in front of me, and Adrian is keeping on track way better than I am.
It's not even in front of me.
Okay, well, I'm doing pretty good. I just got off work today. I made some tamales in the
That's
morning, and I ate some tamales and cookies.
And how are the tamales and the cookies, Eddie?
Oh, they're really good, but probably gonna make my stomach feel upset later. But that's okay, since I get so much free food at my jobs now that I just like eat everything, and I've probably gotten like very unhealthy.
Probably. You look wonderful, but maybe your arteries are clogged.
Yeah, my arteries are probably very clogged.
Your
now.
tummy looks nice and flat.
That's
unlike
because
mine.
I've been like walking around a lot, so at least
I
I'm
don't
like
walk.
keeping it off.
I have one of those.
Real loud.
And that's Shinky, our cat.
That's our little boy
If you
Shinky.
can hear Shinky,
If
you
that's,
get a prize.
yeah, if you could catch Shinky, you get $10,000.
If you can catch him, $10,000. Go to iCaught.Shinky.com and we'll give you $10,000.
We'll give you 10,000 of our hard-earned savings. It took us 8 months to save up this much, and we were going to use it to start our future.
It took 8 months.
to make $10,000.
It's not a lot of time.
That isn't that. We worked real hard.
Yeah.
We worked 3 jobs
Sold
for
my
8 months.
body.
I sold anything I could get my hands on.
Sold my
ran the
PS2.
streets. But okay.
So, yeah.
How are you doing, Adrian?
I'm
How
good.
are you doing this week?
I also had work today. I work in a office where there's paper and ink,
Credit
sell
to
it.
Sap Digital / maybe they don't want to be involved in this, but
Thank you.
Sap Digital, Ellen Temecula, or Jefferson Parkway. Give them the complete address.
Thank you, Sap Digital. You are my brother. So I'm good. I'm all right. I smell.
Yeah, I smell so bad right now
do.
because
Just kidding.
I
I
need
don't
to.
tell you.
Oh well, you should because it smells like rank.
It's rank.
It's very rank right now because I've been meaning to buy like deodorant for the past
You have
like
more
few
deodorant?
days and like
God.
because I take a shower like maybe like twice a week, you know.
Oh God.
But really good showers.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I get myself
Deep cleaning.
really deep cleaned.
Yeah, yeah.
And that way, you know, like I get really clean for like 2 times a week, and like usually I like, you know, I lather myself and I
Right.
use deodorant. I go the whole 9 yards.
Yeah.
But now like I kind of ran out of deodorant. I used to like make my own deodorant.
Sure.
But now like I only like borrow like my brother's and like the
That's
loose
good.
ones we have around the house.
That's perfect.
And so
That
like
makes me
those
feel
ran
great.
out. Those ran out.
Oh,
So now
goodness.
I need to actually go out and purchase some real life deodorant.
That's good.
Yeah,
You should do that.
I probably should do that. Maybe
We could-
after this.
Let's go. You know, we live stream.
We can live stream. We can
You
hold
buying-
hands. We can do whatever you want.
Touch peepees. Okay.
Okay, so
So let's do the game.
we already introduced our game, but just brief recap. Our game that we are going to play right now is called Dirty Egg Boy.
Dirty Egg Boy.
Dirty Egg Boy is a game where we pick a category, each of us, and we list 2 things in that category that are true, and then 1 thing that is false. And it's up to the opposing. Oh, did somebody smell Shinky? I smell Shinky walking around.
Shinky. It's our cat.
That's our cat. That's our loose cat.
If you
our
find him, you
feral
get
cat.
$10,000. All right, let's keep
$10,000.
going.
You heard it here. But anyways, this is Dirty Egg Boy, and we are going to say 2 things in 1 category that are true and 1 thing that is false. And each of us have chosen 2 categories, and the other person is going to guess. Some of it could be personal. It could be from arts, culture, politics. It could be from anything. I'm going to let Adrian start with his first category.
Oh, okay. So my first category is movies.
Ugh.
So you have to figure out which are two truths and a lie in the movies. This one's called Monstered. A murderous poo-poo goes on a killing spree, and shit happens. Zombies.
Zombies.
Animals in a zoo turn into zombies. Havoc ensues. And then I have Attack of the Killer Rocks. A camping trip goes wrong for 6 teens in this sedimentary gore fest. Heads will roll, and so will rocks.
Sedimentary. This is so hard because I've been like deep on like the IMD Pro or whatever.
I know.
and, like,
I was worried to do movies because
so like I've seen like so many movies that are like
absurdly bad.
absurdly bad.
Yeah.
And, like so like this is really like a mixed bag. I feel like it could be any of them.
I googled 10 movies you won't believe exist.
10 movies that are out of this world. So what were the movies again? Just like one more time.
Zombies, Monster, and Attack of the Killer Rocks.
Okay, so I'm pretty sure Zombies is an actual movie. I'm pretty sure I've seen that somewhere.
Okay.
But okay, so Monstered is like that's like my fan pick, but I don't know if I think I'm gonna go with the last one being fake.
Attack of the Killer Rocks?
Yeah, Attack of the Killer Rocks.
My friend, you are correct.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
Monstered
Oh.
is real. The cover is it says "Don't get caught with your pants down," and it's like a big poo hand coming out of the toilet.
Oh, that's great.
So I'm gonna
That was-
drink the rest of this.
Oh, good job, because you win. You win, so we get to drink the rest of
Oh
our.
no, I lost because you guessed it.
Oh yeah, I guess that's true.
Yeah.
But what was I gonna say? I totally forgot what I was gonna make some joke. I was gonna
That's
be
okay.
real clever, but I'm just gonna move on to
Good, tell me.
my
Let's
first
hear yours.
category.
Let's hear yours.
Okay, so my first category is really specific, and the first one is ginger ale soda brands.
Come on.
Because I'm
Okay.
a real huge fan of a
Okay.
crisp
God.
ginger ale.
Damn it. All right.
So these are the 3 brands that I've chosen. The first one is Bruce. Okay, wait. Let me pronounce this. Let me articulate really well so you can actually understand what I'm saying.
Okay.
Okay, so 3 ginger ale soda brands. The first one is Bruce Coast Ginger Ale.
Bruce Coast.
Bruce Coast Ginger Ale is a really refreshingly crisp ginger ale with notes of orange and lemon. And it's brewed exclusively in New Hampshire. And they sell it like, you can find it probably at any sort of like health foods or like Whole Foods, like what do you call it? What's that place? Barron's? I don't know.
Yeah,
Health food stores.
Sure.
And it's really tasty. It was one of the first ones I really got me into ginger ale drinking. I'm probably saying way too much about this one. This is probably not how this game should work.
Yep.
Okay, so the next one is Whispering Oak Ginger Ale.
God damn it.
Whispering Oak Ginger Ale is actually very, very tasty. I had one for the first time when I was I wasn't living. I was when I went to Burbank, California.
Okay.
And Main Street, Burbank, California. There's a place called Rocket Fizz, something like that. Rocket Fizz Soda Shop. And I was disappointed actually a little bit that they didn't have a wider selection of ginger ale. Not to knock them at all. Like they're still a really cool place. But the one new one that I hadn't tried there was Whispering Oak Ginger Ale.
Okay.
And it was really, really lemony. I remember that. It wasn't even that fizzy. It was kind of like flat, but it was like super lemony.
Did you like it?
I mean, it was okay. It tasted like flat Sprite, like flat,
Okay,
like
so it was
7 Up.
amazing.
It was all right. It was like
Okay.
it wasn't that sweet. I kind
Yeah.
of liked because a lot of times they just make them really sweet, but this one wasn't that sweet.
Sure.
But anyways, then the final one, I feel like I'm giving way too much
You're
detail
making
on
this
all
real
these.
easy.
Yeah. The final one is Gus Extra Dry.
Gus?
Gus Extra Dry, which is garbage. It was so terrible. It was like $7 too. It was like one of those fancy
Gus?
fancy ginger ale brands that was like kombucha or something. It was
Jesus.
it was just terrible. It tasted like flat like seltzer water with like ginger extract in it.
All right.
So those are my 3 to be brief.
I can't. I can't bullshit my way through this. So I'm gonna.
I'll say them again: Bruce Coast Ginger Ale, Whispering Oak, and Gus Extra Dry.
I'm gonna go with the first one from New Hampshire.
Oh, you are incorrect.
Was it Whispering Oak?
No, it was Whispering Oak.
God
yeah.
damn it! I almost went with Whispering Oak. What a bunch of bullshit. All
Because
right.
that was actually, I told a real story, but it was like about a different one. I forget
Oh.
what that brand was
You
called.
sneaky ginger ale fuck.
I
All right.
know. Okay, wait. Now let's move on to a little bit. Let's get a little bit personal.
Are we
right
gonna
now.
come back to this game later?
No, we're getting personal.
Oh, we're gonna get personal.
with the second category
I'm
here.
sorry.
That we each chose.
Let's
Yours is
get
personal.
Mine
right?
is personal. Yes.
Mine is personal as well. So we're
Let's-
gonna get deep,
Yeah. Let's
dirty secrets about
switch
ourselves.
some. Mine aren't dirty secret. Okay.
Mine isn't dirty either.
All right. So this is the personal category of Dirty Egg Boy. Dirty Egg Boy.
Having a lot of fun drinking liquid.
Me too. My first one is I have been to Comic-Con twice. My second one is when I was in middle school, my bully called me Cheese Puff due to my round size and large weight.
Oh.
My third one is I went indoor skydiving and it was just okay.
Oh, those are all really hard. I'm gonna guess that the first one is a lie. That you've been to Comic-Con twice.
I have never been to Comic-Con.
Yes. Oh, I'm so
I was
good at
called
this.
Cheese Puff.
Oh, that's
I
so
was.
sad.
That's true. It's a little sad,
That's so
but I'm
sad.
over it. How was your middle school?
It was pretty everyone there was just like jerks and it was real trash, and like the people who were cool were the people who like hung out with the 8th graders, which like in retrospect was like pretty like stupid. But
I hung out with 8th graders in 7th grade, but that didn't make me cool. It
Oh,
made
man.
them hate me because they were like, "You don't hang out with us."
Oh really?
Yeah, the 8th graders liked me, but my people in my grade hated me because like, "Oh, you're different."
Oh wow.
It was weird.
I hung out with I had friends in middle school though. I
Yeah.
had an okay middle school experience.
That's
I was
good.
just very, very odd and like underdeveloped in general.
We had a
But-
I had a very small penis.
I was.
That hasn't gone away.
I was. But not during this show. We're
We're fully erect.
we're fully erect the entire podcast. Okay, let's move on to
Oh
my
yes, Eddie's
second personal, very, very
Let's go.
personal. It's gonna get very, very uncomfortable.
Let's do it.
All right, so my second category for Dirty Egg Boy, one of these is a lie. Okay, so the first one is I emceed my 4th grade talent show,
Okay.
and I got to do it with Monica Pacino, who was my crush. I should probably not name any specific names on this podcast. Oh, well, I don't care. She was my crush at the time.
That's nice.
And
Is she live still?
I think she's still alive.
That's
I think
good.
I looked up some pictures of her like
that
a long
joke
time
would have
ago.
been bad if she was.
If she was dead, or
If she was dead,
she might
that'd
be
be a bad thing
married.
to
She
say.
might have like a kid
She's
or a child or
married?
something.
I
don't
just
know.
want everyone to know that we're young on this show.
We're so young.
We're like 20,
We're like
21.
19.
No, we're 21. Are you
20
21 or 22?
I'm 22.
You're 22.
I'm like halfway
I'm
through
21.
22,
Yeah,
practically.
okay, so we're young people, so getting married is like a weird
we're so
thing.
young and relatable.
We're young. Yeah, we're cool kids.
We're cool.
We're definitely
cool
not
childs.
29.
We're definitely not 37.
Okay, your second one.
Okay, my second fact is that I emceed my 7th grade talent show. And my 7th grade talent show, this one was like a little bit rougher because it was a lot less organized, surprisingly. And I introduced a segment for the drama club, which I actually wasn't in, which was kind of rare because I've done drama for a while.
Sure.
And then I remember seeing like Kelly Hillock like walk on stage before I did, and then I had to like go backstage after. I don't. This is not a specific memory, but basically in 7th grade, everyone sang Evanescence and like what was the song that was really popular by what's the band?
Fall Out Boy.
Haley. What's her name?
Paramore.
Yeah, Paramore. The Paramore song.
The Only Exception song?
Yeah, everyone sang The Only Exception and Bring Me to Life by Evanescence.
Those are the only songs that
There was
matter.
multiple people that sang those songs in my 7th grade talent show.
Sure.
And then, okay, my third and final fact is that I emceed my 9th grade talent show. And
9th grade?
Yeah, 9th grade. And this was super, super unorganized. It was like one thing that like WSB like put together at the last minute, like the
I don't remember a talent show.
because they hardly ever did them and they were really unorganized and like nobody went. Actually, a lot of people would go, but it was the type of people who like didn't usually go to performing art events, you know, so it was just like a real rowdy crowd.
Yeah.
And like I was an MC like for like one skit, and like it was just like super unorganized, and like Mr. Skaggs like was always trying to get drama more involved, so it was just like, hey, drama people, come MC for like 2 skits, and it was just like chaos, and we basically like wrote our own role, and like all that we did was really just like calm people down before like the next like step team came on or whatever.
Geez. Oh,
so
okay.
Those are, my facts are really long. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you make it hard.
I make it real hard.
You made it real hard.
Oh, shh. Phone's off during the podcast.
Phone's off during the
Phone's
podcast.
All right. So yeah, those are my 3 facts.
Okay. So it was 4th grade, 7th grade, and 9th grade.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Elementary school, middle school, and high school.
I'm gonna go with you didn't do it in elementary school.
Oh, you guessed wrong. It was in high school. I didn't do it in high school.
Did we even have one in high school?
We did,
We
but
did.
I only
don't
went to
remember
one
that.
once because I only went to one once.
I never
and,
gave
like,
a shit.
Yeah,
but-
I never.
Especially
went.
9th grade. I wasn't involved in 9th grade.
Yeah, like drama was super like secluded in 9th grade, so I just didn't talk to anybody.
I was still cheese puff in 9th grade.
I was very chubby in 9th grade too, actually.
Well, I don't remember that.
I was fat until like the middle of 9th grade. Then I like slimmed out like real weird.
I just started running. Then
Yeah, I didn't start exercising or anything. I don't know why it happened. Maybe I was
That's
just
good.
like depressed.
Oh, God.
I'm just kidding. But
What else we got for this
what,
podcast?
Well, what's up next? Okay, so
What is up next?
What is up next on Stoop Talk?
Stoop Talk.
Stoop Talk with Adrian Aguilar and Eddie Hustleby.
Stoop Talk!
Stoop Talk.
Okay.
The show where we make bodily noises and sometimes give people advice
And sometimes fluid.
and sometimes injections.
Do we have advice column now?
Yeah, we're going to move on to our advice portion of the podcast where we answer real life questions from our fans, our burning zealous fans.
If you have any questions, call us now and we'll answer.
Yeah, call
the
into the
number.
radio show right now. Number is
951.
951.
Oh, 951.
I was going to give away my old number. Like somebody included my old number in like a group text because they didn't know that I
Oh,
changed my
no.
number. And then the guy was like, after like a few messages came in, he's like, "Lol, I don't know who you guys are." He like
Oh,
commented.
good.
I was like, "Wow, you got
He's
balls."
probably bored.
He's probably like a 47-year-old man who's like, "Who are all these young peoples?"
That was me. I was like, who are all these young peoples?
Whoever has the new number 951-595-9948.
No, you can't do that.
We're calling you out.
Oh, you piece of shit,
You
Mr.
are-
951.
You are a stinky little boy.
You're a dirty little egg boy. He's the dirty little
He's the
egg
dirty
boy.
egg boy. Mystery solved.
You won the game, by the way. I didn't guess any of
Oh,
yours,
yeah.
and you guessed one of mine.
Nobody's keeping track.
I'm
Nobody's
keeping track.
score.
I'm super sad about it. Let's answer some
Okay,
questions.
so let's answer some questions from our fans.
Do you want any more beer, Eddie?
Wait, let's we gotta watch for the sound effects
Oh, God.
and not spill
This is
over
real
my
oak.
entire recorder.
This is real oak, Eddie.
We had already a party foul here on Stoop Talk.
ASMR. Okay. From Anonymous. If you could bring back any dead musician, who would it/they be? Please, Eddie.
So when they say they, do they mean it could be like a band?
I'm guessing if you want to bring back more than one person, do it.
Okay, what dead person or thing would I bring back if the musician? Well, like a lot of musicians died last year, so like I feel like there's like easy answers to give.
I'd bring back Prince.
Yeah,
if we're
like
talking
Prince.
recent.
Yeah. But if I had to pick
Or maybe
all
MCA
time,
from Beastie Boys.
if I had to pick all time, I think I would bring back. I'm probably gonna get the name wrong right now. That's so sad. I'm gonna bring. We'll fact check
That's
it.
who
If
you're
I get the
picking
name
is
wrong.
someone you're getting wrong.
Yeah, it's somebody I don't even know the name of. But there's this artist named Blind Willie Jefferson.
Oh, of course.
Who was like a blues. Well, he was blues, I guess, but he was like a singer in like the 1920s and 30s. Who like he was kind of like Vincent Van Gogh, where like he wasn't really famous during his lifetime.
Oh, now he's
And
cult.
like
He's
yeah,
in
now he
cult
like
fame.
after he died, he got really famous, and like basically his life is just like really sad and terrible, and he when he was like I forget, his house like got caved in because it got like struck by lightning or something,
No.
and he lived in the house though, and it was like during like he was like from like Alabama or Mississippi or somewhere in the South, so like during the time, even though he like had injuries from like the cold, I think, in his apartment, like the hospital wouldn't like admit him because he was black, and like so
What?
like he like died probably of like pneumonia in like his like broken down house, and
Oh my
like he sang
goodness.
like all of these like old blues songs and like mostly like religious songs, but they're all like super good
I'm sure.
and like spooky. And
Sure.
actually one of them, like one of the songs, I think it's just called Dark Was the Night, is like the final song on the golden record, the Columbia record that they send out into space on
No
like, the
way, they
Voyager
put him
1.
into space? His
Yeah,
song?
yeah, so his song like floats through space.
That's
if you listen
great.
to it, it's like a really spooky song, and it's like really good.
I'll
But
have to look that up. I don't know what this is.
But I guess I would bring him back to life.
What's
since
his
he,
name?
like,
One-Eyed Willie?
his name is like Blind Willie Jefferson.
Blind
and he was
Willie.
blind.
Oh, he was
also
blind?
blind. Yeah.
Oh, that sucks. That sucks.
But yeah,
Well, rest in
I'll-
peace,
I'll pick
Blind
him.
Willie Jefferson.
I'll pick him.
I would, okay, new artist or someone who recently died, it would either be Prince or Adam Yauch.
I really like Prince too. I mean, like
I
honestly,
appreciate him a lot.
I
and
really would like. Yeah.
yeah, I grew.
It would have been great to like see him in concert.
It would have been great to see him, and I was always putting it off, like, oh, he'll always be around.
Yeah, he'll be here.
Because he never stops touring, so I
Yeah, like
was
he's-
just gonna buy him next year when I can afford him, and now he's dead, and now I can't
Yeah.
see him.
It's pretty sad.
And now that I'm kind of going over this obsession over the Beastie Boys, I'm like, oh, geez, MCA, he's dead, and then they'll never tour again.
Mhm.
So it's one of those.
Yeah, one of those
Maybe
two.
maybe Bon Scott would have been a cool one to see the original AC/DC.
Oh, he's an AC/DC. I was gonna say I
He's a
actually
lead
don't
singer.
know who that is.
He's the lead singer, and I mean they replaced him. He's good, but
It's like Journey where they replaced.
oh
what's his name?
gosh, he's not even dead. He just had a.
They just,
I think he had a surgery, and they were like, "You can't sing."
Oh yeah, didn't he like lose the ability to sing, and then they like
Yeah.
hired some scrub from? They had like worldwide auditions or something like that. I
They
remember
yeah,
it
they
was, like, in
hired a
high
guy
school.
from like the Philippines or something.
Oh really?
Yeah, or
Wow.
Indonesia. I don't know.
That's crazy.
Maybe I would bring back Madonna. I'm just kidding, guys. She's alive.
But is she? Mystery mystery of the podcast. Who killed
X-Files theme
Madonna? Who killed Madonna?
We should have a
AKA
conspiracy.
It's us.
It's
We
us.
did it.
No, we didn't do it.
Confess.
What? She dies like tomorrow morning.
Oh
we get
no.
arrested.
We confess. Adrian Aguilar and Eddie Hustleby murdered Madonna in her sleep.
May she prosper for many years after this horrible joke.
It was yeah. Please stay alive. I really like Madonna, especially
I
like
do.
early '80s Madonna.
Oh,
my
Like a
God.
Virgin is one of the greatest
Yeah.
albums ever.
It's so good. All right, let's move on to another question from our adoring fans.
This one is from Anonymous. What do you think is sexy?
Okay, we can't be basic with these answers. We have to go off the wall here.
Oh, yeah.
we have to be specific.
I like butts. I like putting my mouth on them. Like
I
in
like-
like a butthole. If I eat a
Like
butthole,
straight butthole.
not a dirty butt, but if you took a shower, you're like, yo,
yeah,
eat this booty hole. I'm like,
this-
F yeah.
yeah, sure.
Sorry
why not?
guys, I'm drinking a lot of beer right now. Trying to get loosey goose for this
We're
episode.
trying to get real loosey goose, considering we're both very nervous.
Yeah, I'm nervous.
But no.
What do you find sexy?
sexy? I like.
Puppies?
Oh.
Well, hold on a
Now that
second.
you're talking about it, now that we've opened up this door.
Now that we've already had erections,
Yeah.
anything's a possibility.
I'm trying not to be like super weird.
Be
but,
weird.
Like, okay, I'm trying. Let me think.
I can get weirder. I can think of something weirder. I
no.
like.
I have two completely contradictory things that I think are very, very attractive.
I like ugly people and good looking people.
Like, I like it when people who when I okay, I'm hetero, so like when a girl
I'm
like
hetero as well.
we're both very hetero.
Yeah.
We swear.
We promise
We
this
promise.
isn't. We aren't gay for each other.
No, but I really like it when okay, I'm gonna tell a story and I'm gonna redact some names.
Yeah,
but,
yeah. You're definitely
but
not going to say a real person's
but they,
name.
yeah, probably not. Who knows?
I'm
And if I
wicked.
did, we'll just edit it out. But
We'll pretend that that's
name
the
it
fake name.
name in person withheld, name in their beauty withheld. But but basically, I was working with somebody in like a certain capacity, and like she's like we were like a person like both of our personalities didn't mesh at all. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But like regardless of that, I was still like very very attracted to her.
Sure.
And like so like it was a very odd like tension.
Yeah.
And so like basically like the only reason I'm saying this is because like I think it's very very like sexy when somebody is like a very like focused and determined person, you know what I mean?
Wow, you're a
And
good
like
person.
well like no wait it's gonna get worse. Like a person who's very very like focused, determined, and like
And
maybe
does-
even a little bit anal, you know what I mean?
and
like
never blinks.
never always needs things their way.
Yeah, yeah.
And like can't like function with like things that are different than the way that they set things out for them, just get like plastered. Like I think that's like a very like
You
I
like
don't
when
know.
that kind of person gets drunk?
Yeah, when that kind of person gets drunk, it's just kind of like I don't know, it's like refreshing, I guess, you know what I mean?
Because they
like,
let their guard down,
'cause
maybe?
they're letting their guard down, and like that was the
But
only.
you don't. But we're not gonna get weird. You don't like to have sex with them when you're
No,
drunk.
no, no,
That's not.
no.
That's rape. We're not like that.
We're not like
You
this.
just like to see that kind of
Yeah, I like to
personality
think,
bubble up. And
Yeah, I like to see
get
like
bubbly.
a person like.
Sure.
Yeah, like because like that was like the specific person I was talking about is just kind of like that was the
Yeah.
one time that we were like
Friends.
we were friends. Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
That not in a weird way
It's
at
always
all.
weird.
Yeah.
It's always nice to see people kind of drunk when you're like, oh, this is what.
Like
all
these
right,
like
this is what you
like I
when
mean
you're
because they
having
lose their
fun.
guard, they let their guard down, and they're like,
Yeah.
okay, this is like actually
Yeah.
like a normal human being.
Sure.
Yeah. So I
Okay.
get moving on. But
What's the other thing?
What's my other thing? My other thing is like the complete opposite was like a
People
person
don't
who
drink.
well like no a person who's like I've met some people who are like really like oh they go drinking every weekend and like
Yeah.
you know do all sorts of stuff and then they're just like super like organized and in control of their lives.
Oh, keep people
like
that
they
can
have
handle
fun.
it?
Yeah, like people they have fun and then
Yeah.
they're like these are like really boring, but like these are
No,
I
that's
guess they're,
sexy.
they're true. You know what I
I'm
mean?
turned
Like,
on.
like there are people who are like
Yeah, yeah.
can
okay.
have fun like a lot
Sure,
and like have way
sure.
more fun than like I ever have and then yet just be like totally like in control of their lives.
I
It
can't-
seems like
I can't party. I'm not the kind of
Me
person
neither.
that
I
can just
can't.
go out and like.
I have like
How do you Uber home?
yeah
Do you have
like
to like
do you
wait
what are
until
the
you're
rules?
not?
What are the rules?
We're off topic.
Yeah, we're very off topic.
What else do I find sexy? I don't know. I find a lot of things sexy.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, specifically, I like people who are funny.
I thought you were gonna be like penetration.
Specifically, penetration. More specifically,
The
when they
physical act.
penetrate me
Yeah.
from behind, I'm not against it. No, I find people who are funny attractive.
Oh yeah.
I don't really. I don't know. I'm not saying like looks never matter, but I do really like it when someone can make someone laugh or me.
Yeah.
Or if they laugh at my, I have bad jokes. So if people laugh at my jokes, I'm like, heck yeah.
Real talk though, like
Real
I
talk.
wish like
Stoop
like,
talk?
Stoop talk, real
Real
talk.
talk.
No, real talk. I wish that like looks mattered less. You know what I mean? I'm always trying to like because like you know I can't lie and say like oh yeah I don't look at people and think like oh this person's like really attractive like you know so like I wish that like it didn't matter as much because there's like so many people that like I really like but then like you know there's like some part of my brain I think it's just like something you have to be like primed to you have to like you know the more you like hang out with people the more you talk to different types of people like the better like the more like your horizons are widened you know as far as like what's attractive or what's like I don't know like so I feel like in general that's like a life thing I try to do is like you know talk to more different types of people and
We're
like
kind of trained to
try to like we're kind of trained to think a certain thing is pretty you know, or whatever and like even though it's like not
people always say like she's got to be skinny she's
Yeah.
got like no
Yeah.
she's got to be a good person
yeah
and
so I
she's
always
got
try
to make
like,
me laugh
spend time with people and
Spend
like,
time
get to
with
know
them.
people so like that's one thing though like working in like a customer service or like
Yeah,
service
you get to
thing
meet
you
a lot
see
of
like
people.
you see so many people and like there's so many people who are like oh wow, there's like all these beautiful people walking around and I didn't know. And
Oh,
then
yeah.
there's like a lot of people who like are actually like genuinely nice, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I need to like broaden my horizons.
And then you meet like a really hot person who's just a mean
Yeah,
butthole,
just
and you're like, well,
mean. Yeah.
you're a dick.
Oh
Even
gosh.
attractive dudes, I'm just like, you suck because you're so good looking and you're just a douche.
Sunglasses, yeah.
See sunglasses?
Sunglasses.
Yeah, guys with sunglasses are the worst.
Okay.
That's
What's
an
our next
official-
question? What's the next question from our
Okay.
adoring fans?
Okay, our next
All right.
one is, do white people poop, Eddie?
Do white people poop? Well, I'm like maybe a good like 75% European. So like
Oh, that's white.
so that's like maybe like
That's exactly what that means.
I poop sometimes. So
Oh,
not regularly though. I wish like I hear people talk about like how they have like a regular poop schedule.
right.
And like I just like don't have
No, I
that.
do. I'm not white, so I go
Yeah.
once in the morning,
Once in the morning.
once an hour later,
I don't.
once an hour after that, once an hour after that. I sleep for about 4 hours. That's usually around 2 o'clock.
That's all the yeah.
And
I
then I
mean
poop.
like I'll poop a lot, but like not at scheduled times. Like,
Okay.
I'll poop like probably 3 or 4 times a day. Like
Oh,
mo-
that's
no.
more than regular.
That's not, I mean like if I don't finish, you know what I mean? I have to go back and finish the
Yeah.
job like later in the day.
if I don't finish my poop.
Yeah, because like sometimes you're like, oh man, this is percolating, but it's like not quite there, so I'm just
Yeah.
gonna have to like cut this off.
It's like a
and,
turtle.
get back
You
to
snip
this.
it.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
You snip the
Snip
the lizard tail.
Snip that lizard tail. It's gonna grow
Well,
back.
it's gonna go back. So
Right,
yeah,
right.
it happens like a few times a day. But yeah, I wish I was the type of person who could just like get up, take like a fat dump, and
Yeah.
then just like not have to take one for the rest of the day. But that just like doesn't happen to me.
Sure. Well, we don't have endorsements here because this is not an endorsement, but I have a
Okay.
squatty potty.
Which I just used.
It's
before
amazing.
I just used that squatty potty before this podcast.
Guys, we're not getting paid at all for anything actually. We don't even have sponsors, but this is I have a
both-
squatty.
We
oh,
firmly believe in the squatty potty.
holy
here.
holy shit. I love my squatty
I
potty.
think that all toilets should be squatty potties.
Yeah.
I think we
oh,
should get rid of the Western toilet altogether.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, just the Easter. We just actually squat now.
yeah, we just
It's
actually
just
squat
like
in
because
little
I
holes.
went to China once and they have like a little hole and you squat
I
over the
forget a
hole.
lot that you went to China. Like you went
Yeah.
there for like a few weeks, right?
I was there for a while.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it was crazy.
But yeah, like a lot of places in like I mean I know I went to like South Asia and they had like a squatty potty. Like,
Really?
they have a lot of like Nepal.
Well,
That's not really South Asia,
Okay.
but like
But you had to squat to poop.
yeah, there was like a little place where I squatted.
See, I like the idea where I can sit down and then my legs are just kind of pushed up so I don't have to do any of the work. I don't have very good leg muscle.
Yeah, so like squatting actually, like
would stand
taking
up
a
in a-
dump.
yeah, yeah.
Squatting is actually kind of hard.
It's
like,
tough.
I like
Squatting
the
regularly.
combo that you have in your bathroom at Sap Digital, where you have a squatty potty, and also like a toilet where you can sit, so you can just
Yeah.
kind of put your legs up, but you don't have to exert the
Right.
muscle
It just
strength.
looks like, yeah,
Yeah, it's just a regular toilet with like a footstool next to it where you can
perfect.
squat.
It's amazing.
But
Again,
wait,
not
do we have
getting
any
paid.
more questions?
Yeah, we've
from,
got a few questions.
from our fans. Okay, let's
This
answer like 2 or 3 more.
This one says, would you date or marry a non-human alien? I'm going to go ahead and say no.
You're gonna say no?
Is
What
that-
if like you had like the same genitalia and you were like you could theoretically reproduce like actual children? Would you still not have
Well, I don't
babies?
I don't want kids.
Oh,
now.
okay. So,
So,
you don't
like-
want kids in general. Yeah.
So like that would have to be
okay,
like
well
a
then what if it was for another alien couple that you were just gonna
Oh,
impregnate?
inseminating
you were gonna
for them?
inseminate some other alien
it's like
child.
beep boop, my wife can't get pregnant.
Yeah, like this alien couple comes to you and it's like, my wife can't get pregnant, man. Like, we really love your sperm. We've seen your work. We really
We've seen your work.
we really want to like
We've
have a
watched you
child
in,
with
in
you.
your bedroom while you use your Gear VR.
So yeah, so would you inseminate?
Yeah, I do it.
Okay.
What
If I would reproduce with like an alien species, I think it would have to be like.
This just says, would you date or marry? Like honestly,
Oh, it doesn't say reproduce.
No,
Oh,
not
okay.
at all.
Okay,
I'm
so
sure I date. Maybe I said no, but you know, if they're nice and if they
Yeah.
listen to me, and I
and if
listen to
they're
them.
like, I mean, I would have to be honest. They'd probably have to be like semi-human. Otherwise, like it probably, if they were like not like human at all, if they
Then
were like
that's a
giant like lizard like
that's a
slug
hard,
creatures.
Yeah,
then,
that's
like,
a
I
hard
mean,
no then.
Yeah, I mean, probably hard no for me as well. But like, if they were like somehow like like a Prometheus thing. If they were like engineers or something, if they were like just like proto-humans or something, and they like had human emotions, and I could like relate to them.
That's
then,
a spoiler for Prometheus, by the way. If you're listening to this in 2012,
if you're from the past, which I
when did Prometheus come out?
I think you got it exactly right.
No way, really?
I think it's like probably 11 or 12.
Oh hell yeah.
But yeah, so like if they were like kind of like a human and like like it was a gap that could be bridged, I guess, then like sure, like I would do anything.
Okay.
But like
cool.
if they were like giant like slug creatures from like the underbelly of the ice on Europa, then like probably not. But
well, that's just rude.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding. I probably.
That's just intolerant.
It just depends on how good they kiss. This one says, I saw my brother Nakis.
I saw my brother Nakis.
I'm in a 1-year-old relationship with my boyfriend, but last weekend.
I'm in a 1-year-old relationship with my boyfriend, but last weekend
I saw my 14-year-old
I saw my 14-year-old brother naked and was masturbating.
I got turned on just by seeing that.
I got turned on just by seeing it.
And he did not notice me.
And he didn't notice me. Is that wrong?
Is that normal?
Is that wrong? Is that normal?
Please help.
Isabella.
Dear
Isabella.
Listen, that's wrong.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. I don't know.
I mean,
I'm an only child, so I know that if I were to look at anyone in my house, it would be a dog's.
So that's wrong for you.
That's wrong for me.
I think like, I don't know. It's sort of weird because I can only think of the context of like my siblings, so it's like, kind of weird.
I mean,
but like I think that in general, like this is gonna get real weird.
Let's do it.
Let's get so weird right now.
It's Stoop Talk.
It's Stoop Talk. Get weird with Stoop Talk.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to Stoop Talk.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna listen to Stoop Talk. We're about to talk about incest. I think that like obviously like I mean there's like I think like from a moral standpoint, like absolutely condemning incest is kind of wrong. The only reason that we've ever like been like totally against incest as a society is just because it's like, well, it produces like birth defects and stuff like that. But it's like, well, like so do a lot of other things, and like I don't know, like why are we like so? I mean, why are we so against? Like, I mean, it's not bad for a person to be like mentally challenged or mentally ill. Like those people have just as much rights as like any other person. So like,
okay, good. Yeah.
I mean, I don't think like some people talk about like, well, people with like chronic diseases shouldn't have kids, and like I kind of think like, well, like they should I don't know, like what they should be able to. Yeah,
sure.
I mean, so like I don't know, it's kind of a weird argument, but like it's like, well, like people do it already. People have done it for a long time. Like why? I mean, it's kind of I don't know, like it's sort of like it's a weird thing because you can only think about it in the context of like ew my sister, ew my brother, but but like honestly, like if you were like to look back like from like a wider perspective, it's just like, well, like I don't know, like why judge people?
Sure. Hey, if you're religious, I feel like if you went back far enough, that's the only option you really had.
Yeah.
Like after Adam and Eve.
Yeah, that's true.
That's it.
There's only two people. They had to like they like I'm sure Adam was like that creepy old dude who had to like
he's like, hey,
there's only a few people
Stacey.
here, and my daughter.
Yeah, he's like, hey Stacy, there's not you had 2 sons.
Yeah.
It kind of stops there. I got to do this.
There's no people here.
There's no people here.
We're not going to make it.
I'm sorry.
Oh, but I mean, it's I guess, like I can't lie and say like I'm not primed to think it's gross, but still.
I don't dig it. I'm not a fan, but I don't also think that you, Isabella, if you're listening, because you're an avid listener to our first episode.
To our first episode of Stoop Talk.
This is definitely not stuff we pulled off of Yahoo Answers.
Oh, no, this is definitely not.
This is stuff people sent into us. So, Isabella, if you're listening, listen, you have thoughts. People think of some weird stuff. I know that if you go onto pornographic websites, they have so many weird things. They have stuff for everything. You can look up stuff like for your actual mom. It's like mom and son or dad and daughter.
Oh wow.
They do.
They have all sorts
of shit. And
it's stuff on the internet.
It's I'm not gonna say it's not weird, but I'm not gonna say it is weird. It's a little weird, but
it's like there's a lot of apples in the sky.
There's a lot of what?
There's a lot of apples out there.
A lot of apples. And you could pick them. Is that what you're getting at?
Yeah, sure.
Sure. I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, let's do one more question.
All right, Isabella. It's not that weird.
Let's do one more question.
Also, if your
before we
brother's
move
like
on.
super hot, then it's fine. If he was ugly, then I'd be like, just kidding. This one says, "Is it okay to be homeless on purpose?"
That's my plan, honestly.
Yeah.
If things don't work out, just hit the road, you know?
I know that people here are not homeless and they panhandle. You have a home and you're going out there and like need money, but you don't.
Oh yeah, okay.
If
Just
people need it,
people who aren't homeless.
people who
are
aren't
just,
homeless
yeah,
panhandle.
panhandling. Yeah, okay.
Definitely different than
Just scamming.
just being homeless.
Just scamming, yeah. But I mean, like, I think a lot of people actually do become homeless on purpose sometimes. I mean, like, there's like this type of people who are like, I'm gonna like walk like.
Oh yeah.
I mean, they aren't really.
I thought you were like people that have it bad are just like I'm gonna do this. No, yeah, people are like the Into the Wild guy.
Into the Wild, like sort of thing. Like,
well,
I'm gonna.
his heart was his home.
That's
the
true.
people he met were his home. But I'm just.
That's true.
I'm kidding. Yeah, I would say that if you're on a journey or maybe even
quest.
a sabbatical across the world,
yeah, I mean,
then
like,
yeah, you can be homeless.
it's. I mean, I'm not gonna pretend like it's easier. Like, I mean, I'm sure it's probably very hard.
Oh God, probably.
I'm sure it's like a rough life, but if you really want to be homeless, like, I don't see what's holding you back. You know, I mean, like, anybody can do it. It's an open option.
I guess it's your right. Is
It's
it a
your
right
right.
to be homeless?
To forsake all of your property, sure, I guess.
I guess
I
so.
mean, why not?
If you can look at your brother while he's masturbating and like it, I'm sure you can be homeless if you want.
You could do anything.
You could do anything you want to do,
That's-
legal or not.
Legal.
That's our advice.
That's our advice. Do
If it's
whatever
not
you
legal,
want.
do it. If it's legal, sure.
If it's legal, go for it. If it's not legal, double go for it.
Don't especially go for it and have fun.
Have fun. Live your life. It's too short, anyways.
Watch your brother.
What?
Like,
Watch your brother jerk it off.
yeah.
Oh goodness.
What else do we got?
So before we leave, we haven't talked for that long. I don't think we've talked for like 50 minutes.
50 minutes.
Okay,
not
so
bad.
before we depart, though, I think it would be good for us to each sign off with a little pick of the week.
We
little,
gotta-
little
yes.
choice snatch of the week.
Not to be confused with picture of the week. It's a pick. Like I picked this.
Yeah, it's
Our
like I
pick
picked
of the week.
I picked my pick of the week.
Eddie, you should go first for the pick of the week.
Pick of the week. Oh boy.
What do you pick?
My pick of the week is a vanilla bean frappuccino.
Wonderful.
With raspberry syrup.
Wow.
And caramel drizzle on
My
the
goodness,
sides.
that sounds horrible.
I call it the Shrek latte.
The
That's when it's did I say vanilla bean? I
Yeah.
forgot the part that it's vanilla bean with matcha.
Goodness.
It's a Shrek latte that we serve at Starbucks. You should order. It's terrible.
That's hot.
That's my pick of the week because so many people order it at Starbucks.
So it's a
and
vanilla bean with matcha.
yeah, or just a matcha, just like a green tea frappuccino with caramel, and so it's like raspberry.
Oh.
Some people put raspberry in it, so it's just brown.
People do this?
Yes, I've seen
You've
people
ordered.
do this.
Oh, geez. By the way, Eddie
gosh.
works for a small company
I
called
work for
Starbucks.
a small organization called Starbucks right now.
Yeah.
And this is a drink that people surprisingly order more than you would think.
If you want to go and support, it's an up and comer.
It's a startup.
They really need some support.
Forget about your local coffee shop and just endorse this new company that's just starting up in your hometown by the name
In everyone's hometown.
In everyone's hometown
Small.
all at once. They're really going all in. So
Yeah.
they need your help.
They need your help.
Yeah, they'd really appreciate $1 or $2
What's
or
it?
$6.
Straw?
It's called Strawbucks.
Strawbucks.
Because we were not copy branded.
Yes.
Strawbucks.
Straw bricks.
Straw bricks. String bricks.
String.
We sell a lot of string cheese too, surprisingly.
And bricks.
And bricks.
It's like a Home Depot coffee shop.
We sell mortar.
More.
All right, what's your pick of the week?
My pick of the week, Eddie, and listeners, we've had our good times and bad times, but I think that we go way back with a little thing called Flemonade.
Flemonade. Oh, we forgot about our benevolent corporate sponsors.
Our corporate sponsor, Flemonade, everybody. It's what's
this
for
podcast,
breakfast.
Stoop Talk is brought to you by Flemonade.
I pick Flemonade. Flemonade has been there for me when I'm down. It's helped me when I don't know hey, Mom, Dad, what do I drink? Well, son, pick a Flemonade.
It's for when you run out of lemonade and you still want to drink something tangy and fresh, but there's nothing left in the fridge. So that's why every single time you drink, I just drank some lemonade before I came here actually, and I saved a little bit of the remnants
And what do we call it?
Flemonade.
Lemonade.
Lemonade mixed with water and sugar.
Mixed phlegm, water, sugar,
Phlegm, water.
lemon. Lemonade.
Lemonade.
A little bit
We
of
didn't give
cotton
away
candy.
and the secret ingredient, which we didn't give away.
Can't give it away.
Can't give it away.
Can't give it away. Except
It's phlegm.
it's
It's the first ingredient. California Health certified
lemonade.
Flemonade. It's okay though because it's not human phlegm; it's cow phlegm.
It's cow phlegm. So if you guys want to try it, go to your local dairy farm, ask for a little of the spare cow phlegm,
and mix it yourself, or you can buy it directly from www.flemonade.com, which actually is a URL that does not exist, which I kind of want to purchase. Just
Definitely
it
exists.
doesn't.
Go look.
Oh, it totally exists. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But anyways,
I pick Flemonade.
I drink Flemonade morning, day, and night. I used to drink coffee, and like
Doesn't give me the perk that.
Yeah, it doesn't give me the perk that
gives
Flemonade did.
Yeah, yeah.
Or does. It still does. It's on my body as we
Lemonade,
speak.
The kind of thing you get from coffee when you have to poop right away, triple that with lemonade.
It's basically milk of magnesia mixed with a little bit of phlegm. Okay, so
well, that's me, guys.
we've had a really good time talking.
This has
to
been
you.
fun.
This has been a really good time. This is our first episode, and something we hope to continue doing.
I hope this makes it to the internet.
So get this on the internet, guys, because put it on the internet for us.
Yeah, take it and put it up there.
Put it up. Put it onto your SoundCloud. We're releasing the file just free form.
Yeah,
we're just releasing it.
We just want to get
we're
people
live
to listen.
streaming.
This is a live stream.
This is a live and Facebook Live.
It's April 2011.
Oh, it could be. It could be, and it will be.
So when you find this, tell us.
Tell us. Yeah, we recorded this 10 years ago.
Cannot wait for the next Pirates of the Caribbean movie.
Oh yeah.
Number 3.
Number 3, Dead Man's Chest.
What is that?
I forget what it's called.
I
At
don't
World's
know.
End.
At World, whatever.
The end of the world, 2012.
2012.
Okay.
So far,
there
there are only 2 Transformers. Okay, go.
my name is Eddie Hustleby, and I'm very happy that you all listened. And if you really, 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 really like this, you can share it with your friends, or you can listen to it by yourself in your room.
I just want to thank anyone who actually stuck with the 55 minutes and 44 seconds.
We might beat it down a little bit.
I want to thank anyone for the between 30 and 50 minutes.
Yeah, that's where we were aiming, I think. 30 to 50 minutes. Just something to listen to, nice little commute podcast.
Anyone who listened, thank you, because holy
thank
shit,
you.
that was probably bad for you.
It was probably bad for your health.
Probably bad for your health.
Probably gave you some sort of degenerative disease.
That's the Flemonade. Flemonade, bad for your health.
That's our motto. That's our slogan. Oh, so speaking of slogan, what is our word of the day or our final sign off for this podcast?
Oh goodness, I think you should. I didn't know we were supposed to have
Okay,
one. So
well,
you do
we are doing one right now, and I think if we could give one takeaway from this podcast, one message we could spread to the public.
I think it's about the incest.
I think it's okay to have those thoughts. Don't beat yourself up.
Whatever you're thinking about, it's okay.
It's okay.
Unless it's about touching kids.
Unless it's about touching kids.
Yeah, don't do that.
Or touching people, anybody without their permission.
Sure.
That's one thing that we've learned.
That's what we've learned.
That's
Don't
what we learned
touch
today.
people without their permission.
Yeah, that's bad. That's called rape. That's not good. That's not a good thing.
We're not joking.
We're not joking.
Now we're joking.
Now
we like to touch each other.
Touching boys.
Touching boys.
Just us two, though.
Just we're the only 2 boys.
We're the only 2 boys here.
All right, guys.
But yeah, thank you for listening.
Thank you. We'll see you next time.
We'll see you next time on Flemonade, aka Stoop Talk. All right, that's our real name.
Bye.